This week we're ticking off the last few indoor demo jobs, as well as starting our big garden project, creating our driveway, here in our 1920s bungalow by the sea. It won't be long now before we can start putting everything back together indoors and finally move in. Welcome back to the bungalow, welcome back to the channel. I'm officially back from Disneyland. Apologies that I missed 2 weeks of uploading. It's just one of those things where I ran out of time on the lead up to the holiday. But like I said, I've been back now for a couple of weeks. And during that time, I focused on taking out all of the nails from the joists. I didn't actually film it because, to be honest with you, it's one of the most boring jobs that I've done in the bungalow so far. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't want to put you through that. I wouldn't want to watch that from another YouTube creator, so I didn't want you to go through that. That job is now done, and it's created a whole load of crumbs. Obviously there's nails, and it's basically like this in every single room, which is a really nice feeling because it was such a tedious job and I knew I had to go into every single room and take all of those nails down. So the fact that they're now gone is just, yeah, I feel really proud of myself. And then as well as that, I've taken out all of the furniture. The sofa is currently outside. Apart from obviously the 2 rooms that we're not screed in, which is our main bedroom and the utility, they are just filled with tools and the furniture that we definitely either want to keep or sell at a later date. Other stuff has been put into the shed, so that's all safe away and it's not going to get damaged. If you did watch last week's video, because I was kind of catching up from what I'd already filmed before going away, we had done an updated tour video, and even after filming that, James and I had a massive epiphany of what we're going to do with this living room space. And we've decided to turn it into a 4th bedroom. Just because of the layout of the floor plan, we were like looking at it. As you'll see, like you would basically have to walk up the hallway, which is going to be even longer than it currently is. And then to get to the living room, we'd have to basically turn the corner and then almost make half of the journey back into it. So the sort of like in-between room, which is this one, would almost feel like an awkward walk-through space. We did say about turning that into a games room, but it's still going to be quite an awkward walk-through space. So we've decided that we're going to take this chimney out. Not the chimney, the fireplace. Just the fireplace. We can't really take the actual chimney out. But it does mean that we're going to turn this bit right here into the living room. And it's going to be sort of like a living room / nook and be really, really cozy. So yeah, I think that's the next thing. We've already turned off the gas. I did that the last time I was here. So now it's all about taking off this wooden facade, basically lifting up this marble hearth and getting rid of the remainder of this wooden base flooring. Goodness, it seems like a long time ago since we were dealing with stuff like that. And then I can also take skirting off, like, it sounds so lame, but yeah, that seemed like a long time ago, that process, just taking off the skirting. But that's today's job. And then another big thing I want to do is do a massive sweep. So all of the crumbs that are on the floor, all of the nails that didn't quite make it into my bowl, gonna sweep all of that up. And then, because we're turning this space into a 4th bedroom, it means that this doorway, which was only ever supposed to be a temporary walk-through once we put a wall in for the nursery, but at the moment it's going to be the office. We need that doorway now widened, and then there's still pipe work that needs to happen in the ensuite, which we're gonna have to rely on someone else to do because I just simply don't know how to do that. So yeah, there's a few more jobs to do, but I think doing a massive sweep will just help us get to the next level. We're not really bothered about this wooden facade. It's very like 90s, early noughties, so it's not really our style. So I think what we're going to do is try and salvage as much as possible, put it in one of the sheds, because believe it or not, we've still got space amazingly. And then when we're like moved in, we can try and sell this and kind of everything else. Already, this is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, because there's literally 4 flathead screws. There's 2 on either side. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to take it off like layer by layer, but thank God not. Oh, might help if I actually put the battery on my drill. Right, let's start again. Now, yeah, I just need to move all my tools. The only thing I haven't accounted for is that there's a gas pipe that still runs through the facade. So,
yeah, I don't know if you could just pull that out from the left side of the valve, like keep the valve on the right, but maybe like cut it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Essentially.
You see, there's no gas running, because we already checked it. Pull that out, then take this, which is really light actually. That was all of the crumbs, all of the nails, which is now gone. So every room has been properly swept. Also, you would have seen that we did some investigating. We've been really hoping that there's like decent bricks behind all of this like plaster or mortar, I guess. And yeah, we're really happy with those bricks, like really nice colours and tones. Obviously, like I said, this room is now going to be a 4th bedroom, but we can still make this into a feature and then obviously clean it up a little bit. I think what we're going to do now, we're having a bit of a barbecue at the moment. It's a bank holiday weekend. I feel like we've had so many lately, which have been obviously amazing. It's like getting in the way of my editing time. Mondays are usually the day that I like sit down and I just get on top of all of the editing that I've probably missed. But obviously James is off. Like, I want to spend as much time with him as possible. So today's Sunday. I think I'm gonna have to have a bit of a late night tonight just to get on top of that, because it was a big video that I've been putting together that obviously you would have seen by now. So yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I think what we're gonna do now is enjoy our barbecue, and tomorrow we're hoping this massive tree is coming down, finally. Don't know how easy it's gonna be, but we really need to get rid of that so then we can make way for the driveway. This is in the way at the moment, obviously, the skip. But once that's gone, we're also going to chop this tree down, then that tree, and then, oh, you might not be able to see it, but there's a greenhouse right there. So keep going, keep going. We want to keep this tree, even though we've like singed it a bit. This is actually a blue blossom, which is very cute. But yeah, this is the greenhouse that we're gonna get rid of next. I didn't film it, but yesterday we took out the shed that was here, which was really badly rotting. I went in there a couple of weeks ago and basically was standing around trying to see what was in there, and then the floor was so rotten that my foot actually collapsed and went right the way through. So that's been on our radar for a while. It's gone now. We like completely burned it yesterday, which was really good. So now all we're left with is a nice gap. There's like roof tiles and felt that we need to get rid of. And we found a random window as well behind it. I don't know, we keep finding all of these things. So yeah, so naturally the greenhouse is next on my list. But as you can see, it's like a jungle just to get to it, which we need to sort out. It's now the next day. We've got James' dad on his way, who's going to help us with a couple of jobs, hopefully to widen one of those doorways and mix together the concrete to go above where the lintels are in 2 of the doorways. I think we're also going to knock down that tree. Hopefully he's got the right tools for it. But for me personally, I'm going to be working on this fireplace, taking off all of the mortar. I think before we like put any underfloor heating in and then the screed on top, just to save it from being damaged potentially, it kind of makes sense to take all of this off now. Obviously we're gonna make mess by widening the doorway, so I've accepted the fact that I'm gonna have to just resweep everywhere, so that's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with this because it is quite a big fireplace. Okay. Oh, my hand is so
Hey. Timber.
that's the concrete done above this doorway and above this one. So that's another job ticked off. Father-in-law did it for us. Oh, trapped. So we did it both sides, which is really good, just to keep it all structurally sound. So yeah, really happy about that. We can just keep going on now with the other jobs. We've also still got this doorway that needs to be widened. That's probably going to get done in next week's video. I'm going to keep going with this fireplace for a little bit more. And then, as you saw earlier, half of the tree came down, which is amazing. Bit of a beast of a job, but it's a really good start. So we've got to figure out when and how we're going to burn all of that now. Not in this video, but at some point soon. That's just a stump that can just be moved. So yeah, it's just this bit and then that part of it that still needs to go. But yeah, it's definitely made a huge difference to this garden. Now that that's gone, we can really appreciate next door's tree, and it just balances everything else nicely with all the different layers going on. We are still going to keep, or try and keep, this tree here. Gonna hopefully keep it, although now that it's obviously exposed a lot more, it's making me think maybe it is going to be on the way. What do you think? I definitely think that might get in the way.
I think, I don't know.
Ooh.
I wanted.
What? Oh, my hand. Oh,
That's
sorry.
what's going on there.
No.
Bloopers. Yeah, no, it lets a lot more light in. So where that tree's gone now, the sun sets somewhere, obviously in the west over there, but it lets a lot more sunlight in later into the garden, which is only a positive.
Yeah, it's really nice now. I feel like we're almost there in terms of like figuring out what's staying and what's going.
Everything in the middle will go, and we'll leave all the kind of shrubbery and plants at the edges and at the back.
You can really see the entire width of the garden now.
I hope it comes across well on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, where's my...
Oh, that's really sad. That vision got confused. There was a nest in there, but it was already used and empty. So
yeah.
Oh, that was really sad watching that pigeon get really confused.
He'll have to move home.
Just, I swear there was a tree here earlier. Anyway, I think we'll leave this video here. I feel like it's been a bit all over the place because there's just all of these little jobs and we're now waiting for people to come, and obviously it's just trying to track those people down. So
just odds and bits, just progress. Hello.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video and we shall see you in the next one. Bye. Peace. Guys, you just got me in there.